Hi. When we were about to launch MG brand in India, it was very clear on us that we needed to differentiate our brand because the Indian market is pretty tough, competition intense, and many international players actually have not been very successful in the country. So we decided 4 pillars of our MG brand, and it was one was technology or innovation, second was unique customer service, and third and fourth were diversity, gender diversity, and community service. So this was interesting that a auto brand is talking about 2 verticals related to gender diversity and community, because we thought in the changing world right now, the old maxim of maximizing the shareholders' value is no longer true as the purpose of an organization. It is basically maximizing the stakeholders' value. And within stakeholders, you have employees, you have dealers, you have suppliers, you have customers, and you have community, environment as your stakeholders. So we wanted to be a very purposeful brand right from the starting. And we started taking care of these initiatives or started doing certain things on these pillars much before the sale of our first car. As you probably know that, it takes almost 2 years once you establish your factory to start rolling out the first car. And in those 2 years itself, we started working on communities and gender diversity. We said, hey, listen, let's take a target of 30% to have more female employees in our company. I'm happy to say we are 37%. And now we have raised the target to make it to 50%. Because we feel we need to be close to the nature. And again, we are not doing any favor to anyone by employing more female employees. But the fact is that, number one, they contribute a lot. It makes a good business sense to have more female employees in the workforce, and it makes a sound business case. Likewise on community, we started doing first with on certain activities related to the Baroda city, because our plant is in Halol, which is close to Baroda. So we did a lot of activities there, and our headquarters is in Gurgaon. So around Gurgaon, we did some activities. And here, we again did not want to do it because it was mandated by the government. And by the way, it's mandated by the government if you make some profit, and still we are a fledgling new company and loss-making company. So there's no question of CSR funds, but we said community service is part of brand building. And frankly, it has paid us off pretty richly so far, because if nothing else, our employees are fully engaged and our employees are fully involved into this whole thing. And after COVID, we realized that helping each other, empathizing with, your adjacencies, empathizing with the community, trying to make an impression that you are a friend in your bad day. You're a good friend of those guys in your bad days. Anybody can be a friend in good days, but we want to establish ourselves as that we are friend in your bad days, kind of proposition. So thanks to these things, I would feel that our employees feel pretty involved. Our employees feel that the purpose of the organization is not only manufacturing and selling cars, but much more than that. In fact, we have been so encouraged by involvement of our employees in many such activities that we have got a wing called MG Seva. And in that MG Seva, our employees volunteer to do lots of things. And again, we want to go. There are lots of causes, by the way, in our country, and which are very, very worthy of, pursuing. But we wanted to make, and we want to make a meaningful impact in 1 or 2 initiatives. So we have, again, gone into women-related, girl-child-related issues in which we want to make a meaningful impact. So here, we have done all kinds of programs, right from Drive Her Back, the female employees who have taken sabbatical, anywhere in the country, in any industry, and they want to come back to the corporate world, do some kind of a program. Per car, we contribute for girl-child education. We have done 27,000 girls in education so far. We are working with lots of NGOs who are into these kind of causes, and I have joined hands with them during COVID time, when our employees really stepped up and did lots of things, including improving the ventilator manufacturing, improving the oxygen supplies, making mask, We also came out with a womentorship program in which we have identified 5 entrepreneurs, lady entrepreneurs, and the job is that one entrepreneur can employ 100 more female workers. So lots of things, and these things we are doing it. And again, the whole thing is the new generation, especially millennials and Gen Z. They are quite conscious of these things, and they want to work in a company which stands for much more than a particular purpose of manufacturing or selling certain goods. So with that, I would say that more and more awareness is getting created within the companies on all kind of sustainable environmental issues, on these kind of community issues, and not only us. I would like to believe that most of the companies now are trying to do these kind of programs, and especially auto industry did a lot of things during the COVID times, and that has given us a good lesson and reasons to do more. From MG India perspective, we are quite committed, and as I said in the starting, that it's one of the pillars of our companies for brand building, and I think it's really paying us off. So we would like to say that, hey, we would like to be a great company which takes care of employees, which takes care of community issues, certain societal issues. We stand for EVs and environmental things. And by the way, in the end, hopefully we'll sell cars and probably be more profitable. So thank you very much. SABERA, I want to recognize the efforts of SABERA and congratulate SABERA that they are trying to institutionalize these kind of recognitions, for individuals, corporates, and NGOs. And I think it goes both ways. And I think on one hand, we need companies to do the things. On the other hand, SABERA kind of institutions who also, recognize and as well as spread a positive word about these kind of good things in society. So thank you very much and wish you all the best.